Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rob Satch from Feedbackwrench. I want to show you what I've been doing to grow my YouTube channel and how do I get views on my YouTube channel. Now I've got about 13,000 subscribers. I'm just reaching that. And I'm not super famous, but I tell you what I do have. So here's a breakdown of my channel over the last 28 days. There's something unique about what I do here. Now I help small businesses. I'm talking about taxes, businesses, starting businesses, entrepreneurship, stuff like that. And what this is under my channel, I've got 13,000 subscribers right now. I think over the last 28 days, I had 1 million impressions, 3.6% click-through rate, 76,000 views. A lot of those are coming from one core video that gets served up a lot, but I've got 54,000 unique viewers when you go through my reach there. And here's what's kind of interesting. This is what I want to show you. I'm going to show you how to optimize your stuff so that you get good revenue, and how you can get search engine optimization, or how do you actually rank for something that's important. And then I'm going to show you something you can do with your website to gain some additional views. And I'm telling you, this will be helpful if you're a small YouTuber, you're a business YouTuber, whatever you are. I want to teach you how you can do what I've been doing here. Now, I made $1,000 last month, $1,000 the month before. Here's a breakdown of the 28th. Each video, so I've got one main video, the tax difference between an LLC and an S Corp. Most of you probably found my site because of that. I made $461. I don't have a ton of videos. I have lots of videos that make okay money. So here's the estimated revenue, right? And the makeup of them. I've got one video doing 43%, and then the rest comes from everything else. And really the top two videos are pretty tied. And then from there you have the estimated playbacks. But then look at this. This is your playback based CPM, or it's basically how much are you actually getting per click per 1,000. It's the higher this number, the more valuable your content is. And here's what I'm going to show you. Now, I have another video that's going to be coming out talking about when you're creating a video and you want to have a high CPM, two things you want to take into consideration. One, it should be a subject matter that you can be an expert about, right? We're going to talk about that. It should be SEO optimized, like a search query or a term or something that people actually want to look at. But then I would also say that the more content you create about subjects that advertisers want to get in front of, and I would say B2B information, business to business stuff, or niches that are high value, are going to get you a much higher CPM. I mean, look at this CPM. So my biggest video here is a $26 CPM. You go look around on YouTube and find CPMs that are way higher than mine. I think you'll be surprised. $26, $27, $54, $33, $45, $112, $50. Now, I don't have the view, like the actual volume that the big guys have, but I'm telling you guys, I'm making $1,000 a month. I've been making $500 a month for quite a while now. And then it has ramped up over the last 3 months. But my CPM is really high. But look at this. Starting a tax firm or accounting firm, 6 figures to 16 clients. Now, that only had 317 views last month. My watch time was pretty respectable. People watch like 70% of that 20-minute video. All the things you'll hear about, how do you get revenue off of your YouTube video? Longer videos are good. You have to have great engagement. You have to have people actually clicking through and having their queries satisfied. So let's jump into that. So here's my first advice. If you want a high CPM, you want to improve your CPM, doggone it, be talking about businesses. The more niche a business, it seems like the more you will actually earn. So when I talk about taxes, bookkeeping, accounting, I tend to get a lot better. Now, I get served up in that a lot. I think I get, and I don't swear in my videos. I keep them very clean. But look at that. I have $112 cut. I had 317 clicks and made $20. That's not bad at all. That's not a lot. So that's the revenue to show you what I'm doing here. Again, I've got one very dominant video, and then the rest are kind of all trailing. But here's the principle, okay? When you get into this, I want to show you a unique little video that I made. Now, it's not one of my highest, but I'm just using it as an example. So you'll notice I have a ton of content for the term LLC versus S Corp. LLC versus S Corp, 3 drawbacks of an S Corporation. Tax difference between an LLC and an S Corp. LLC versus S Corp, when not to become an S Corp. I have a vein, an SEO vein that I dominate in because I explain it really well in these videos and people like it. So that's my first thing. You have to be authoritative, but pick a vein. that you want to be in, and be a subject matter vein, because this video refers to all my other videos and people love them. So whenever you have something succeeding and you're getting traffic from what I'm going to show you here. So now take a look at this. We're going to look at a video that's not super successful, but I think it's interesting because I did enough homework and it's enough of a niche that it can make sense. So take a look at this. This is my overarching channel, right? So now let's go to reach. I've got 1 million impressions. That's up 18%, 3.6% click-through rate, tons of views, right? So, well, for me. So here's where all my views have come from. 36% this month came from the browse features. 24.2 came from YouTube search. 19% came from suggested videos, and then 13% from external. You know, for a small channel and the amount of views that I had, I think this is pretty respectable. I have noticed something, and I'm going to equip you about this external and the YouTube search. So again, you get higher CPM when you talk about business matters, or something where an advertiser would actually want to get in front of them. That's B2B businesses. And then from there, I want to show you how to dominate in YouTube search and how do you spur along this external. So of my external, 13% of my views came from external. And I'd say I had a browse feature that one video took off. But look at this. Of that 13%, 54% of it came from Google search. So my videos are popping up in what's called the rich snippet, and I can show that to you when you go to Google and you say LLC versus S Corp tax. What you'll see is that usually somewhere, well, that's funny. LLC versus S Corp tax difference. I'm being sloppy, but I do know that I get a ton of traffic from this. And whenever the rich snippet, oh my gosh, well, if you go to videos, you'll see it. But usually there's a rich snippet. So there I am. I'm the third result. And then if you kind of go through these, here I am right here. And my videos are throughout this. There's guys that do a better job than I do. But I think my video, it's the first YouTube result. This is Fundare, and that's Forbes, okay? So here's what happens is you want to think of the queries. And there's a couple ways that you can do this. When you go into Google, I'm going to use this DJI Ronin SC. When you go to Google and you search DJI Ronin SC, these autofill are things that are actually in the algorithm. So DJI Ronin SC Best Buy. Now people are probably looking to buy it at Best Buy, or I've done this, right? These are my searches actually. But let's do this search, and our goal here is to find what's a vein that we want to participate in, right? Usually, so this is a little bit different because this is a pretty good search. Usually on the bottom, what you'll have is suggested keywords. And if you can't find suggested searches, here's another example. How to convert to an S Corp. If we go down to the bottom here, look at this. So searches related show it to the S Corp. You know, convert LLC to S Corp tax consequences in California, New York. So these are great suggestions for content. So if you did convert an LLC to an S Corp for California, if you click on that search, I'd imagine you'd have a good likelihood of ranking a video in here. Now you'll notice something. There's no video here, but when you go to more, and if you were to go to videos, there will be traffic for that. So here's one of them. I bet there's not very many searches on it.
Hey, this is Mark with Card.
So 4,500 views on this, right? Not a ton, but one thing you can do is once you find that vein, you can go to, there's a website here called Keyword Sheeter. It's actually Keyword Sheeter, SHEET. And what you could do here is, I'm going to use this example of a video that I have that I created that's a new vein that I'm having a little bit of success in, and I'm probably going to do more of, okay? So I've got this video that is the breakdown of, it was 8 fails of the DJI Ronin SC, and basically I had bought this gimbal. It's kind of a new subject matter for me, so it was kind of interesting to see, oh, where did it go? Channel analytics. Okay, here it is. So 6 fails of the DJI Ronin SC with the Sony a7 III. This is a specific niche. I have a Sony a7 III, and I tried it out. So when you come here, you'll see, look at this video. Over the last 28 days, we've got watch time hours, 135 watch time hours, 1,400 views, average view duration, 5.5 minutes, impressions. I got a 9.4% click-through rate. That's solid, right? Now, if you go down here, look at this. When it's in the browse, we've got a 12.5% click-through rate. So people that look at gimbals and cameras, they click on this stuff. But so of the 135 watch hours and views, let's look at the views. This is easier. 1,300 views last month. 715 came from YouTube search. That's 52%. And then 452 of them came from external. And when you dive into external on this video, look at this. 53% of it came from Google search. And then the rest came from Feedbackwrench, my website. So what is it that causes a video to be able to rank really well on Google search? You got to find the queries that are going to pop videos. So the idea is go into Google and start doing some homework and trying to find ideas of what video is going to rank. So DJI Ronin SC review. And I don't think I pop up because there's people that have really made a ton of content about this. But I bet if I put Sony a7 III, which is more niche. Now, stay with me here. I know you guys are probably rolling your eyes, but picking your subject matter is super big. So there I am right there. So Feedbackwrench right there. That's me showing these other guys doing it. 18 minutes, people don't watch the whole video, but whatever. Take a look at this. There's my blog post. Kind of interesting here, okay? So I've got, look at, this is the meta title, DJI Ronin SC Gimbal Review with Sony a7 III 16-35 f4. You click on this, you go to my website, and boom. Got a little subscribe to my channel right on the top. I've got the video right here that you can watch, and then I've got a blog article with hyperlinks out to all of my sources, and then I have the dictation of my entire video there. Pretty interesting, huh? Now that doesn't drive a ton, but it drives some, and when people get there, they tend to watch it, kind of. So I want to give you a couple tools, some things to pay attention to, okay? If you put something on your website like this, if you create content that's optimized well, so when you make a video, you already know this, but you want to make sure that you've got your title and your description makes sense, but it should be aligned to a keyword opportunity that you find by looking through Google. So what you can do is come to this keyword sheeter, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to go DJI Ronin SC. And when you go to keyword sheeter, used to be pooper. I don't want to swear, but what this is going to do is look at all of the combinations of keywords that might exist out there, and we're going to find opportunities for you to create a video, right? So it just keeps going and going and going. Now, if I were to add more keywords on there, it wouldn't give me as many, but let's just do stop sheeting. And let's take a look at all of these keyword possibilities that this tool gave us. So you've got everything from DJI Ronin SC Active Track, A7 III, Adorama, Alternative, Assembly, App Android, Arca Swiss. Now there's going to be something, so here's one with the A6500. You could create a video that shows the A6500 on this thing and it would work well to rank for this. Now remember, with all keywords you have two things. One, you have, in fact, let's look at this, DJI Ronin SC. Now if you jumped over into Google, I've got a lot of tabs going here, but if you jumped into Google, DJI Ronin SC A6500, boom. So you can buy it up here, but look at this. You got, this is called the rich snippet. This would be good. Google, you find anything that has these rich snippets, anything with tech or reviews or combinations of two products or verses are usually going to have this rich snippet, right? So that's the first step. The second step, I would say, is to write a blog post and get it on your website. You really should have a website. Now, when you take a look at my website, where did that site go? Take a look at this article. Now, this is my title, right? When you went and looked in this, you can see that I've got meta title. Meta description says DJI Ronin SC portable gimbal is awesome, and I tested it for about a week with my Sony a7 III camera and that lens name, right? And once you get there, take a look at some of the layouts that I have. So I have the title right up there. The meta description, meta title is good. Look at this. I've got an H1 tag, DJI Ronin SC mobile gimbal paired with the Sony A7 III mirrorless camera. That is communicating very clearly through an H1 header exactly what's going on. Then I have my content, right? So here's the deal. I own the Sony A7 III. I've invested in some decent lenses, and I currently love using the Zhun. So I point out to the Zhun. This is hyperlinked over to Zhun's website. And what I'm doing is I'm creating, and then here's the Ronin S. So these are two competitors to the SC, right? I'm hyperlinking out to them. Now I'm breaking out why I bought the DJI Ronin SC, portability, smaller size. As Google crawls and digests everything, it knows that these are important, that these are competitors. This is another gimbal. Here's the list of compatible Sony A7 III rigs for the DJI. You look at this link. Boom, here's the list that they have. So as Google crawls this thing, because I'm hyperlinking out to important things, here's a claim that they make, here's a claim that they make. I'm showing my work essentially. I have some images in here. If you were to look at this is a GIF. And then I break down, so on the top of this article is all like, I have H1 headings with lists that are easy to read, and then I'm hyperlinking out to anything that I have, right? So this is showing the Zeiss lens. You just take a look at this. This is how you write an article that ranks. Now your article needs to be great and people need to read it. Now I have the video transcript here. So you can go to red.com and actually, or rev.com. You go to this website, you can pay like, and there's cheaper options, but this is all I do. I'll go to rev.com, and for about $1 a minute, so 5, 7, 10, 15 bucks, you can get a dictation or your actual text out there. So I put that in there as well. And that's kind of sloppy. It's not great. I'll clean it up a little bit. But if you take a look at this now, let's go look at what's actually happening here. Besides all of this markup, I put what's called schema markup in this. So what will happen is if we look at the view page source of this, and I hit, so this is the code behind it, and then if I type in schema.org, what you'll see is here's my schema JSON code. So basically this is a markup schema, SCHEMA. What this does is I've shoved this into my website. It's embedded, and what this is doing is communicating very clearly what my video is about, and it just sends a nice signal. Having that there will have you pop up more often in Google search when you go over to the whatchamacallit. When you get into the video results, you will see, so notice this is my website, or no, this is my YouTube channel. Chances could be that when you get into the video results, it may be that my website will be in here too, not just my YouTube channel. So not the case in this, but often that'll happen. You will get this little rich snippet more often when you put that in there. But notice how I'm the second result on Google for the DJI Ronin A7 III review. That's pretty solid. So once you get that, and once you've got that rolling, that's the key, is to find these niches that have enough volume that will create. So one thing you can do is once you get done with Keyword Sheeter and you've got this whole list and you want to find out if this is a good idea, you can take that list and head over to Google AdWords. Now in Google AdWords, you are able to, once you're in there, get into Google AdWords, and you can go up into Tools here, and then go to Keyword Planner. Once you have the Keyword Planner, you can get Search Volume, paste all those in, get results. Now this isn't a science, but when you go over to Historical Metrics here, what you'll be able to see is the average monthly searches that occur, generally speaking, for that precise keyword. And then you can see the low and high bids. This is really helpful to find out, is there search volume around something? So 30 searches a month, might not sound like a lot, but doggone it, that's 20 times 12, that's 240. And these are estimates. What I've found is that DJI Ronin SC Canon 80D, it gets pretty specific there. But these are great opportunities to get more views. So when you come in here, you can take your broad keywords, throw them into your keyword planner, and once you do that, then you can go in and it ought to give you some that have more search volume. Now here's my Google Analytics over the last, what am I at, 30 days here. I want to show 30 days, last 30 days. So here's the example. Here's that actual DJI Ronin. So I had 235 sessions, 209 total new users to my website. They come to my site, they bounce off, right? And the average session duration doesn't work really well. But long story short, people end up watching it because, they end up getting there because I put it on my website. So that would be my encouragement: is put it on your website, get the blog post to rank, and chances are you might have an opportunity. But it all starts with you finding out, and here's the last thing. So you got to find out search terms that matter to you, and then once you do that and you have some success in anything, doggone it, pile in on it. Once you have, because you'll get suggested and recommended views, but also the next view will be your video if you make 5 or 6 different videos on the same subject. So when I go to reach here, and if I take a look at my channel, I have 24% from YouTube search. And if you look at the keywords that I rank for, this is very interesting. I have kind of 3 videos that rank the most, but LLC versus S Corp versus LLC. I have a video of my cousin Jared Kelnick, who got drafted. I have his MLB draft party. Then I have this Magic Trackpad 2 Windows 10. I have a video about doing a Magic Trackpad on a Windows PC. S Corp LLC, and then here's that Ronin SC. So what you'll see is when people search, your average view duration actually goes up when they find you in search. So once you make that, you're going to rank for it. Make 10 different videos about it. I didn't in this case, but if you do that, I'll tell you, my LLC versus S Corp stuff has been the foundation of my channel, and it's what helped me. So anyways, guys, I hope that helps you build a great, successful YouTube channel and gets you thinking of ideas to have higher CPMs and everything. Good luck.